Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is not about Vera Bradley, it's not about pocketbooks or unboxings. It is about my gray hair journey, or growing out my grays. So I mentioned in a video a few videos ago, I was doing an unboxing, and I just mentioned, just in passing, that I had decided to grow out my gray hair, to grow out my natural color, because I was tired of the upkeep of having to do my hair. I was tired of the roots, when your natural hair color grows back, or when your hair grows and you see the roots compared to your dyed hair. And it's just a lot. It's just a lot of carrying on for me. I have been coloring my hair for probably about over 20 years. I know that I started getting gray hairs when I was a teenager, and naturally I'm very dark brunette. Not quite black, but very dark brown is my natural hair color. And I would notice, I want to say probably during my senior year of high school, I saw like a strand or two, nothing too overwhelming, of gray hair. And I would just pluck them. And then in college, two gray hair strands turned into four, and it wasn't too bad. But if I didn't pluck them, I do recall people would women usually would say in passing, "Oh, you have a couple of gray hairs on top of your head," like I didn't know that. And you always remember that when you're young, somebody pointing out to you what you consider to be your flaws. And women, we usually are pretty good at pointing out other people's flaws instead of concentrating on our own, which is unfortunate. So I started coloring my hair around college, and I want to say I did it for a couple years, and then I stopped doing it for a couple years and just let the chips fall where they may. And then when I got my first real job after college, like a year or so after that, or a couple years after that, I started dyeing my hair again. And it was red. I dyed my hair red. It was red for all the shades of red. I want to say over a decade. And then I went jet black and blue black for a while, and that was that was really my favorite hair color I did. But when the gray would grow in, I'd look like that man from the Monsters. It was just, whew, it was bad, because the darker you color your hair, the more contrast between that and your natural hair color, which is primarily gray and salt and pepper on top. It was bad business. So then I went back to red for a while. And then a little bit before I turned 41, I started to, I was 40. I want to say maybe a few months before I turned 41, I started experimenting with the blonde again. I had done like blonde highlights previously, but not like full head blonde. So I started experimenting with that. And because I figured when the roots grew in, it would be a little less noticeable than if I had red hair or dark hair. And it did camouflage it a little bit. But blonde is and any of y'all that are blonde know that it is hard upkeep, because you got to use certain shampoo or to turn yellow and brassy and ugly. You got to, it takes a lot, because you got to bleach the roots, then you got to dye your whole head. It's not like one-stop shop. It's a process, and it's a long process. One that I don't do on my own. Blonde is something, all over blonde, I can't do on my own. It's too hard to do. The other colors I would do on my own. But I decided, I'm 42. I will be 43 in a little under a month, next month. I'm a Cancer. I was born in July. Me and my brother, I'm a twin. Shout out to my bro. Anyway, so I will be 43. And I decided I didn't want to grow out these grays. I wanted to grow out these grays anymore. I didn't want to fight with hair color. I didn't want to upkeep anything. I'm just tired. It's exhausting. I embrace the fact that I'm a middle-aged woman. I've never been one of those people that, like, I don't want to be old and decrepit. Like, mind you, I don't want to be like some old, decrepit looking lady. But I do embrace the fact that I'm a 43-year-old woman, that I am middle-aged, and I've earned these grays. I have earned them. I'm not one of those people that have held on to styles of my past to try and hold on to my youth. You know, those women we're talking about that wear the same hairstyle or keep it the same length that they had since they were like 25 because they feel like it keeps them youthful and really it just makes them look old and dated. I've never been that person. I have been willing to try new things with my hair and just embrace the aging process, though it's not glamorous and exciting by any means, but it is what it is, and it's better than the alternative. Some people don't get the opportunity to be 43 years old, so I am very grateful to even reach middle age. Because you gotta look at it that way. Some people don't even get this far in life, and it is what it is. You can't stop it. Time keeps moving. You know what I mean? You can't be 25, 35 forever, whatever. You know, the clock keeps going, and you got to go with it. And you know, I'm not upset that I'm not 35. I'm 43, and that's cool with me. But having said that, I got a head full of gray hair. I was all like psyched up, like, you know, I'm gonna do this, and I know the transition is not going to be attractive at all. It's a process, you know, you're growing out your roots. I don't, you know, I need a haircut anyway. My haircut. I haven't had my haircut or colored since February 15th. That is the last time I had my roots done and color and cut. Now, hold on, by my hairstylist. That was over 110 days ago. I knew the exact number, but now I forgot it because I looked it up a couple days ago. My brother, who is very handy with the clippers, did a undercut for me. So like the back of my hair, like all back here is like shaved close so that I could pull the top up because it is so hot. North Carolina summertime is like a mixture of standing on the equator and burning in the depths of hell. It is like that hot. And I couldn't pull all of it up because like usually I wear my hair in a bob and like I could pull the top up but not the bottom, and it was just a catastrophe. So he took those clippers out and did me a solid and did a nice little undercut so it's nice and clean and I can pull the top up because your girl's about to have the heat stroke. So, but professionally, my haircut and my color has not been done since the 15th of February. A couple days ago, I'm growing my gray out and I look decrepit, meltdown. Excuse me, I must hydrate with the coffees. I guess coffee's not really that hydrating, but it is very soothing to my soul. I had a meltdown with the gray hair journey in my office. I was convinced I had gone to work. I'm still working at home for the most part, but we do have to go in the office a day or two a week just to transition back into normal life. I was sitting in my office and I was like, damn, I look 1,000 years old. Like, this is not going to work for me. This is not going to work for me. Like, I cannot do this. And so, in haste, I texted my hairdresser, and I had an appointment for July 11th. And I decided, I made it that far out because I wanted the gray to grow out more and have it cut, you know, cut some of the blonde out and whatnot. And then give my eye, you know, more time for healing for my eye and whatnot. And I decided I can't wait that long because I was having a meltdown, and I texted her, I'm like, you need to do my roots color. I can't grow this gray out. It's horrible. I look like I'm ready for the rest home. To be sitting around making popsicle stick pocketbooks and stuff. And not doing this. So she made me an appointment for this Saturday, which today is Sunday, so next Saturday. And that was cool that for a few days, and then I got to thinking, once she does my roots, cuts my hair, and it looks good for a few weeks, those roots will start to grow in again, and I will be frustrated because I'm going to have to make another appointment or wait it out because the process is just so the whole hair dyeing mess, and even when I did it myself, I hate the whole process. It's long, messy. Well, when she does, it's not so much messy because I don't have to clean it up, but it's just long and just tedious and expensive. So that's why most of the time I'll just let the roots grow longer than I should, just because I don't want to deal with the entire process. So I'm thinking to myself, once I do that and the roots start to grow, I'll be frustrated because I could have just kept growing my hair out and I'd have been so much further along. And now you got to start over or keep up the process. So I've decided I'm not going to let her do my roots. I'm going to keep my appointment because I think a nice new haircut, cut some of this blonde out, style it some, will make me feel better about the entire situation. Because I don't want to be looking unkept. And I think sometimes, you know, if your haircut's a little cute, you know, even though this is going on, you know, you might feel a little bit, you know, more hopeful about the whole situation and not ready to give up. I don't believe in quitting stuff because you think it's too hard. Because I'm all for if you're doing something, you decide you don't want to do it and you quit. That's cool because you don't want to do it. But I was thinking to myself, this is something I want to do. I want to see this through. I want to know what my natural hair looks like growing out. To grow it out, I have to trim some of this blonde periodically to get it out so I can, you know, so it looks presentable. So why am I going to quit something that I really want to see through just because I think it's going to be too hard or I get discouraged? And I don't believe in that level of quitting. I don't believe in that. So I'm going to see this through. I'm going to have my appointment this weekend and have her cut my hair, do a little trim. And I'm going to see this through. I'm going to see this through. So if you are out there going through a gray hair journey yourself, the struggle is real, y'all, but I think in the long run, it's going to be worth it. I can't wait to see the outcome of this. So, and I'm going to keep y'all updated. I'm going to do periodic videos on my, my journey. If you're out there going through the same thing, share with me in the comments what you're going through, how your struggle and journey are going with growing out the gray hair. I think this is one of those things that struggle at first, but reward in the end. I think the greater the effort, the greater the reward. So I really think this is one of those situations that when this is said and done, I'll be glad I did it. I'm going to attach some pictures at the end of this video of me. I had parted my hair just to kind of show some of the growth. So I will show some of those pictures just to show my progress. Then there's one I did this morning when my hair was all splayed out on the pillow and you can see my roots, the growth of my roots, just to show where I'm at. And I will talk to y'all later. Thank you for watching this video. If y'all usually come to my channel to watch me talk about bags and Vera, I'm sorry, this is not one of those videos. But I hope you watched it anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you to all my subscribers, my new subscribers, my day one subscribers, the people that are going to subscribe today, because they think this channel is just so cool. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I hope y'all are being safe, living your best life, and I will see you next go round.